Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have an amazing read for you today. I decided to do it a little bit differently today. Today the read is a union read. Okay, so it's combined for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. It's a union read, but in the same format. And it came out to a very beautiful story I think you're going to like to hear. I'm going to do oracle cards at the end as well. And I wanted to tell you, I just went outside to ground before doing the video. And I told you about a cardinal that I saw yesterday in the tree. Just a single cardinal came in my barren tree on my front lawn. And today, just now when I went out to ground, right in the spot, I didn't walk far, and it's not near the tree. Look what the little bird left for me. Okay, it's a beautiful red feather, which I've never seen on my lawn before, so a really beautiful present for me today. And I found it at 12:12, just before I started taping this, okay? So I'm going to get right into the read for you. It's really beautiful. I brought some big grounding rocks for you today. I have my Atlantisite here, in case any of you guys are interested. It's like a purple and green color. And then this is my stone from just outside the Mary Magdalene cave in the south of France, okay? I picked it up because it looked like Mother Mary. It was funny because the person who saw it with me thought exactly the same thing at the same time. So some beautiful stones, and I have my tiger's eye here too. And this is really good for third eye awakening energies, you know, psychic awakening and stuff like that, but I'm blanking out on the name of that stone. So if you know it, you can put it in the comments below. My mind just forgets sometimes. But I'm going to get right into the read for you guys. It is January 17, 2019 today. The 17, as you guys know, is all about the star energy. It's about shining your light, being who you truly are in your authentic light. And it's all about healing in your dreams. And the day adds up to a 33 day, 30/3, which is the Four of Wands, which is the union energy. And 30 is all about... it is about, you know, the Holy Trinity, the three, and it's backed up by 0, which is source energy. So it's truly about that union energy, and the star, you know, you can't get much better than that kind of combination. It's really beautiful today. The 17, just to review that, is an 8, and 8 is about the infinity. It's about staying at 0 point and keeping that balance. You know, you're going to go in and out. You're never going to be in complete alignment all the time. You have to stay in the flow. It's the dance of it. But it's the 8 of manifesting your dreams. It's about big business and big sports, you know, thinking big. So that's the energy, along with that 30 of that 3, expressing yourself exactly the way you'd like to. That Christ consciousness energy. So I awoke this morning at 7:33. 33 is the Christ vibration, and then of course 7 is that very spiritual number. So we're in those very spiritual energies today, and it's a nice sunny day here. I actually woke up with a little bit of a sour stomach this morning, and a little bit of you know, a little bit of that hopeless feeling when I first woke up this morning, and that sour stomach. But I just, you know, made a conscious effort to change that perspective, and got inspired to do a few things and do this in a different way than I usually do, and it came out really beautifully. So I'm going to get into it now. Oh, I also, when I was shuffling for this, you know how sometimes when you're shuffling, one card will kind of present itself to you even if it doesn't fall out of the deck, and that was the Four of Wands. So I just wanted to let you know, because it confirmed what I was getting from the numbers for the day anyway. And also, where I've been, one part of my spiritual practice is to ask my inner child, my picture of my inner child from, you know, when I had some traumatic events when I was little in Memphis, okay, before I moved. I ask her every day what she needs to be loved, okay? And sometimes she just wants to go back to sleep, and I'll see her, and she'll go back to sleep. And sometimes she's sitting up and she's all excited to go do something with me. Well, today I asked both my inner child and my Divine Masculine's inner child. And I don't know why I hadn't done that before, but I decided to do that today. So it might be something you would like to do. And I was guided to actually hold my left hand over his heart, you know. They both just needed some love today, which isn't that always the case. So the read was done at 9:04. And I was told a bit, you know, quite a few years ago that 9, 4, and 14 actually were my lucky numbers. And so 9:04 came up for the read today, and 4 is the Emperor and 9 is the Hermit. So it's really about bringing the Hermit and the Emperor together, the energies of the person who's totally within and not in control, allowing and letting spirit control, and then the person who's completely in control. And it's about integrating those two energies. So that was beautiful that that came up. The major arcana for this read, and again it's a union read for both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine together. The cards that came up were Higher Self. This is a Sirian Starseed deck. Higher Self is the High Priestess. The Strength card came up. Abundance, which is the Empress in the traditional deck, as well as Indigo, which is Magician in the traditional deck, and then the card after the read that I always pull was the Wheel of Fortune, or in this card, the Divine Wheel, or the Great Wheel, I'm sorry. The Great Wheel. For the feminine, though, there were 4 swords today, so we are a little bit too much in our heads, so that was part of what was coming up this morning with my sour stomach. 1 wand, 1 cup, and 1 pentacle. So 4, 1, 1, 1. And 4, 1, 1 is not emergency, it's about information. It's about getting information. And it was very interesting because the final card in the read, before the Great Wheel, which was the after the read card, the final card is the Page of Swords, which is all about, in this deck, it's a little bit of light and a little bit of information. It's also coming forward in a communication. It's a message or news or a child, but it's just that little bit of information, right? So, but we'll get into that in a second. The court cards are Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, and Page of Swords. So 2 knights and a page. And it's very much, you know, the Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands are like the 2 guys out in the town. It's really passionate energy of getting going and communicating. And then the Page of Swords, which is a more subdued message, whereas the knights are, you know, movement and offers. The numbers that came up in the codes for you guys were 2, 3, 9, 10, 22, 10, 10, and then that 4, 1, 1, 1. As well as I started the read, 49 also came up, which is the Get Your Wish card, the 9 of Cups, which comes up in something else I wrote down as I started the read. But the coding, the message, didn't have a numerology card in the line of it. But the message was very clear. It was about the Hermit, or the Wise One. And it was so cool how the Spirit brought this up in the coding today. The Hermit, or the Wise One. And it was referencing TV to give me the message it was trying to get to me. And instead of ABC, it was saying that the Hermit, or the Wise One, the 9, is ABU instead of ABC. And the ad, or the advertisement, is you, the Divine Feminine. And then the mode of the advertisement, like a TV, was coming up as the co-creation. So the Hermit, or Wise One channel, or ABU, advertisement is like ETV, you know, for the Divine Feminine. And then the high is the TV is actually co-creation, the high vibration of the Christ consciousness. And then I also was getting here high C, like that's the abbreviation of high Christ consciousness, high C. And also vitamin C was coming up. Okay, that's very supportive of your immune system. So you can take vitamin C as much as you want every day. It's not going to hurt you because your system will flush out what it doesn't need. But that was coming up, so I would recommend vitamin C. I grew up, my father's a physician, and we took vitamin C with a multivitamin every day growing up. So vitamin C is always helpful. But again, the vitamin C is referencing that Christ consciousness. So it's saying you are your own advertisement. You have your own channel, because you are a channel. And your device is the Christ consciousness, the co-creation, the third energy. All right, the high C. So I love that reference. So you might want to use that. You have my permission to use it. So in starting the read and ending the pain, because it starts out with the Ten of Swords, which is kind of the way I woke up this morning, that kind of sour stomach, kind of a little bit of a hopeless feeling energy. Ending that pain, using the number 4 and the number 9, or the Emperor and the Hermit, joining forces, and I got a connection when I wrote that, of the 4 of Wands. So in referencing the 4 and the 9, even though today's the 30, it's the 4 of Wands, which is that union energy. And also I was getting the 49 of the 9 of Cups, which is the 9 energy. And the 9 of Cups is the Get Your Wish card. And then I was also getting 2 other cards, 77, which is also a 9, which is the 9 of Pentacles, being in your sovereignty. And then the 27-9, which is the Ace of Wands, and the 22 of the Fool, being free to take a leap of faith. So all these energies were coming up together as joining forces. Inspired to lead the journey of co-creation of the third energy by being present always, every day, not looking to the future, but just staying in our energy today. What's here for us today? And sometimes we'll be a little bit off the present. That's okay. Just come right back to the present. The inner twin children are supported by the Queen of Pentacles at the eclipse full moon, digging green heel into pulling up any crosses to bear and dismantling each signpost that stands in your way. And I was getting a connection here again to offering love. Okay, so anything that stands in your way to love, you need to break that down and get it out of your energy. The lobster grew the strength of 10 men this day, and the dogs in his way cowered in his presence as he raised his little claws, as the lobster, to crack a nut and make his way down the path he had seen as so intimidating, but only a 30-minute, maybe 44-minute ride with his hands tied behind his back and closing his eyes. Only seconds. All right, so what it was coming up is in the masculine energy, what they thought was so intimidating and so out of reach, now is only a 30 to 44-minute car ride, or a walk, or when you close your eyes, only seconds. The family cycle is over, and Spirit's connecting. I was getting a lot of connects through this read, which I don't always get when I'm, doing my journaling. So the family cycle's over. Only unhappiness lives there, as the magician takes the flame from the wounded warrior and transforms it to the Olympic torch and runs with it. And I was getting another connection there with the Olympic torch. Sudden iceberg foundation shifts ever so slightly, and the option that had been staring him in the face the whole time becomes so inflamed that now he can see the forest through the trees. The crown blows its top, and Mary Magdalene falls slightly, and only one tool still remains on the magician's table, his robe matching the red roses and the aura radiating around her, and the white lilies of her pure heart. The 7 chalices, or levels, he had to achieve in order to get to the final round of Slumdog Millionaire, and Spirit's been connecting with me this whole time. The final question, and one lifeline. A phone call to the only one who knows the final answer. The only tool left on his table, his wand, one flame, the match to his Olympic torch. The one close to him, who didn't do right by him, corrects the injustice in a sacrifice of love, freeing him to be with his one true love, as her heart returns to him in faith. And then passion comes up as the underlying energy, with calling in your soulmate beneath it. This is the underlying energy for the union. In his knowing, no longer feeling rejection, armed with 2 spoons of fruit sugar, he surrounds her with red roses to replace the falling leaves around her past. His ammunition, the bow to a violin, as orange and topaz complement each other in conversation, throat chakra, and conversation and sensuality, which is the sacral chakra. All right, the throat and the sacral, okay, they complement each other. The wall now separating only the roses, them now on the same side, the divine masculine, divine feminine. The harp or heart strings he's been playing for years in third-party situation now disappears as 6 candles for the journey they're about to embark on. Third party or children's mother now on the other side of the green iron curtain, left for healing to occur. The olive branch that had always been there, connecting twisted pillars of lost hope and despair, finally apparent, lovebirds see eye to eye, desert's been put aside, only her feet and knees are left out to be admired. So there's change, big change here, and effort beneath it, but change really significant and important as the underlying energy for the union. The union of the dragonfly connects into a heart shape, inspired to turn off branding and heat. All right, so maybe it has to do with you feeling your need to advertise yourself or brand yourself when you don't, because you're your own advertisement, which came up in the beginning of the read. Okay, so the union of the dragonfly that connects into a heart, inspired to turn off branding heat. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Your high C energy is quite enough. Inspiration, healing, and forgiving broken hearts of the young. Focus on the right foot with light and light massage until you're done. Don't go overboard and be foolish with health, time, or money. Stretch your arms back when they're down, using a bar if needed. Arch your back and legs as well, especially when heated. All right, so if you're feeling a lot of heat or frustration, helping to get over sorrows without going to the bar or overindulging in the party department, that will surely cause only more loss to get over. Kids' parties use lots of color, beautiful ribbons, and fun tricks or performances that raise everyone's vibration. Over the loss of victim mentality with new love and passion on the menu. After a big change in third-party heartbreak and healing, a switch in the track is very revealing, okay? And that came up yesterday, you know, always staying in our lane until it's time to change dimensions. Then you switch the track. So recently, 5D messages, laying down swords so the divine masculine can catch up, so they can now ascend together. The foundation for the union is the Knight of Wands with Olympic torch lit, the Queen of Cups performing, offering choices of wise perspectives, while on her comfortable throne, she sits in her knowing, glowing, between the Knight of Cups offering love and passion. Centrally, for the union, read and energies, floating on air on a wing and a prayer, opening heart freely and leaping and holding your tongue, the High Priestess angel is gentle, loving, and kind, as the bridge to our higher self, Christ consciousness in mind. So when you're coming together and communicating with our words, which can be a little difficult at first, make sure you keep this in mind, all right? To hold your tongue, don't be sharp. The High Priestess is angel, loving and kind, as the bridge to her higher self, Christ consciousness in mind. The challenge being the 3 of Cups, which was the only cups in the read. The 3 of Cups, which may not be the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, but completing world with the Queen of Wands peacefully, and holding back passions with angel moving to peace with their lover's marriage or commitment, allowing the Queen of Wands to lay down her sword, to release her prison as well, in order to transform. So this is bringing all of the energies into peace, not just the masculine and the feminine, but everyone involved. So if you're still in a marriage, or the masculine's in the marriage, you're bringing in that other person and making peace. There has to be peace for everyone involved. So now, and if there's not, someone's going to walk away. So, but you have to take the high road always, okay? And be in that place of wanting to make peace, not wanting to be at war with someone, okay? So now the higher self may cause some purging of lovers to rise above possible lack of sleep. Instead of sheep, try counting doves. Then rise above that too, the lack of sleep. Because when you are tired, the Five of Swords, brain wars guy, is more likely to be seen and be triggered to cause a scene. The wounded warrior victim mentality, your gratitude, feel into your gratitude. One second. The wounded warrior victim mentality knocks you out of your power and makes you want to run away. But stay. Feel into your gratitude for what you have. Offer a new life comes from angel. Patience and balance, as third-party karmic angel, may be drinking or addicted to stardom, maybe an Aquarius or a Gemini. Sagittarius energy is pulling it together. Karmic may come offering love, or divine masculine may come offering love after a drink. Surprising. The karmic has transformed into separation, trying to create balance around a new love that's coming together. Okay? So, whoever it is, that there's somebody there who's still maybe drinking, whether it's your masculine or the karmic around them, or you or your karmic partner. There's someone there who's still there, but the Sagittarius energy of that is working on it. And there's other angel energy in this read too, which are not having issues drinking. So there's a lot of positive, sober energy here, and others working to resolve their issues. So it's about bringing everyone together in a peaceful way. And that there may be a karmic who actually comes forward to you, or to the union, to try to create balance around this new love coming together. So soon, with the tiger's eye on the extended family and legacy, not in her knowing and very frustrated, but trying to be strong, there may be a karmic Leo or Sagittarius energy, trying to make things work with the family. The union is coming up as abundance, okay? Heart open wide and open to all, coming together to be still for a moment. The King of Swords has been tied up, but now letting go to fix things and do repairs. Past life relationship is coming up for the union, as well as soulmate and engagement, that your relationship is moving to a higher level. Around union is the Indigo card, Holy Sophia and Magician embodiment. All right, because we have the Abundance card, which is usually the Empress, but it's the Empress with her heart. It's like Mother Earth, the Holy Mother, the Mothership, the Mother Earth. It's all of those energies coming up as the union. And then around the union is the Magician embodiment, or how you are seen. And people are also seeing you in the union as the Divine Feminine, Queen of Pentacles, and the Divine Masculine as the Eight of Pentacles around your dreams come true, bringing you together. So the Star card was between the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, the masculine and the feminine, and their dreams come true on the Indigo, which was really beautiful. Clear the idea of family legacy. Allow things to unfold. The wheel's turning in your favor. Dump all ideas, old emotions that have taught us about walking away, that it's not accepted when needed, jealousy and giving up because you're bored of it, that it's time that you do whatever resonates for you, not because of a rule that your family taught you. It's time to be your best self every day, your authentic you, ever changing, ever expanding your love. Leadership comes up with abundance, both very significant for the union. The 5D world at the full moon, make sure to hold up your chalices and mirrors, okay? Your Holy Grail and your twin mirroring. May want to change your stone or charge your stones before the moon's light is eclipsed. So you might want to put your stones out now to get the full moon's light before the eclipse. A message, some news, a child or small ray of light comes with confession or dropping burdens, now coming out. to new love celebration, expressing feelings of passion or passionate exchange. The Divine Masculine is still injured, but willing to walk in the cold beside you for family happiness. Orders came down from above. Metatron's wand came down. I was seeing it was like, you know, the masculine saying, yeah, I'm coming. Metatron said so. Destined connection and reaping rewards while figuring out step to take next to balance this new love. Holding back passions out of control to become balanced and giving, like Metatron, man of passion. Okay, he really wanted to get in there today. Over the suffering or poor decision making or long deliberations of ego, now exposing all to be happy and energized, childlike, as the Queen of Swords continues talking to others about twin flames and childlike hearts and the truth, and then the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help us, love. And that, the reading ended, and Spirit's connecting with me again. The reading ended at 11:11, and then the summary just here, end of pain, the Knight of Swords is passionate movement towards the mothership of the magician embodiment. 5D messages in your knowing of joy and third energy with your eye on the prize of worldwide family via higher self, and just a spark is all you need. And then I was getting a really strong connect again. And then it was, as I walked into the other room to go take a shower, it was 11:17. So like, and then when I found the feather outside, the red feather, it was 12:12. So really profound energy is coming up today. I'm going to pull you some oracle cards as well. But I had to get this out to you. I thought it was like really intensely beautiful and amazing. Okay? But you don't need to look past, you know, your was it your backyard or your front yard in the Wizard of Oz? Okay? Don't forget that your heart is your home. And stay present. Have fun. Do something fun for yourself today. And trust each other. You have to always trust each other. And send love. And know that things happen when they're meant to happen. That's what the divine timing is all about. To trust the universe. And let go. Love. Always love. You're not letting go of your connection. It's always there. You're always loving each other. But allow that love. And yet, physically, even when you're not together, it's okay. Because you know that there is a reason for it. And things have to play out the way they have to play out. Okay, so just stay present in the day that you're in. Enjoy what you have and appreciate what's right in front of you. And take a deep breath. Okay, so today is January 17, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need? This is from Metatron. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn, Metatron? What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Okay, that was very obvious. And the bottom of the deck is number 5, the Gold Ray of Christ, for the Christ consciousness. Number 5, an expansion. Okay, so perfectly fitting as the underlying energy here. The affirmation is, I am the Gold Ray of Christ. Blessings pour onto you when you choose this card of unconditional love. The Gold Ray of Christ is held within the cosmic heart at the 9th dimension. The angels ask that you invoke the love, wisdom, healing, and protection of this beautiful energy. And I was just getting, in reading the 9th dimension, the 4 in connection to that, because 4 is the bridge, okay? And then we have here the 5 of the 5th dimension, okay? The bridge to the 5th dimension and then to the 9th dimension. Ask it to flow through you and surround you with its golden light. When you carry this high frequency force in your aura, you can relax and know you are totally safe. Remember to send the Gold Ray of Christ to others. I am the Gold Ray of Christ. So that's the underlying energy. The cards that came up for you guys are Buddha, okay, which is right in line with that Christ consciousness energy, which is 33, which is the Christ vibration, and a 6. When you draw this card, Lord Gautama, who became the Buddha, is calling you to live in a state of peace, compassion, and enlightenment. You're ready to expand your consciousness to include all that is and to view the world from a higher perspective. You're asked to live in total harmlessness with all things. This creates safety for you, for all creatures will love you and feel safe with you. And I was just getting like a message from the Cardinal from yesterday. It was going to make me cry. Okay. Your guidance is to remember we are all one and to treat each person, animal, and sentient being as if they are a beloved part of you. The affirmation is, I am one with everyone and everything. Okay? And this is why that we learn to not judge others. Because as soon as you really get to know someone, all those judgments fall away anyway. You know, isn't that the truth? The other card that came up for you guys is dolphins. Number 23. And I'm sorry, 23 came up in the numbers today too. I meant to say that. And 23 is the King of Wands, which was coming up as Metatron today. So 23, dolphins. And they just reminded me too. Okay? So Archangel Metatron is telling you, through me, in this message right now, that the name is just a label. Archangel Metatron, Metatron. He is not insulted by that, because to him, it means nothing in his dimension, okay? In our dimension, the name means something, but it's something different in his dimension. So the label is just a label, so don't get hung up on the semantics. Of course, be respectful to others, but don't get hung up on the semantics in different realms that the need for labels is a 3D thing. It's not their thing, it's yours. They come to you in the way that you will resonate with them. So dolphins is coming up as 23. And dolphin sonics, it's another 5, that expansion energy. It's the 3 of the self-expression on the inside, but the 2 of the feminine energy on the outside, which is more subdued and one-on-one. The dolphin sonics purify and raise the frequency of water as they swim through it, so they can access, maintain, and pass on the wisdom of golden Atlantis and Lemuria. Those dolphins who shimmer with aquamarine light were the angels of Atlantis. They are mighty beings who help to hold the frequency of the oceans. Choosing this card invites you to tune into the beautiful dolphins and access a message from them. And I'm getting connection. Your guidance is to relax and flow with the current of ascension, knowing that the dolphins are telepathically imparting help and wisdom to you. The affirmation is, I connect with dolphin wisdom. And listen to dolphin and whale music. It's really relaxing. There's some times when I don't want to hear it, but most of the time it's really super relaxing. So we're so much about the peaceful energies, you know, between Christ and Buddha and the dolphins coming up here. And my cardinal feather. He left me a gift. Alright, so now we have the past life deck. Take another deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay. So, for this January 17, 2019, for everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned everywhere, let's armor us all with love. Okay. The card on the bottom, again, is food and hunger. Oh my. This is maybe exactly what we got yesterday. Okay, so food and hunger again is coming up, and I'm being reminded to tell you. So that's the underlying energy that came up this week, along with Native Americans underneath that. So I'll show you the picture of it just so you get the energy. Alright, so this is the underlying energy, which has come up yesterday, the day before. So about the food and hunger and any so maybe even a Native American life where you starved, and so bread and water was oh so important to you, and your addiction to bread in this lifetime. But it's just the underlying energy of nourishment. To keep it simple, to keep it basic, that you don't need a lot of food, okay? So keep it simple. And it's not just about food, it's about nourishment, you know, nourishment for your heart. the cards that came out for you guys, which have come out already this week, got leaving or travel, and then phobias as well, and then also ships, which has been coming out a lot this week. This beautiful ship coming in. Oh, so the food also came up. For me, my struggle is with sugar because I love ice cream, or it's always been something. It's not always ice cream. You know, whether it was, you know, Reese's cups or something like that. There would be always something that I wanted to have every day. And right now, it's been ice cream for a while. But I've been justifying my ice cream with nuts, and chia seeds. So I'm giving up ice cream. I didn't have any yesterday. So it's not going to be a blanket statement, because I'm sure there'll be a time where I'm going to want to have some ice cream. And so it's not to be it doesn't need to be a sacrifice. It should be something, a mission of love, you know, when you're ready to do it. When you're not ready to do it, it becomes a sacrifice, and then you're going to fail. It's like going on a diet, because instead of starting something, you know, you don't want to start a diet, you want to leave the weight behind. All right, so that's kind of like a releasing at the full moon, as opposed to at the new moon of starting a diet. That's a diet. So that's why it never works. You have to be in the consciousness of it, something being something you really resonate with and feel that you want to do. So then we have this phobia about leaving and travel and ships. So, and we have train tracks here. So anyone with phobias about ships and trains and any kind of travel, like I said when it came up before, the traveling salesman is coming up about someone that you may not trust, right? Because the idea of someone who went from town to town was never someone that you could trust. Or because they left to go to war and they never returned home. Or they left on a ship and never returned because the ship sank. Okay, so when you hear a ship coming in, you may not trust it because you think the ship's going to sink. Okay, so this is an old wound that may need to come up, so you might want to feel into that. This is a beautiful, new, really strong ship. It's brand new. It's not going to sink, and it's got beautiful, fresh, clean sails on it, where the blinds are open. You know, the blindfolds are taken off. And this ship is definitely coming toward you. And like I said before, you might want to have a bag packed. I haven't done that, so maybe you might want to have a bag packed just in case someone wants to whisk you away for a few days. And phobias is all about fear. It's about letting go. If you're in fear, you're not in love. So just switch yourself over to that love energy. Just focus your intention on your heart for a few minutes. Okay. Sometimes it's a struggle because I've had that where I'm meditating, so I'm very much in my heart space. But then one little thought will creep in, and because I'm connecting with my masculine during the meditation time, it can make you really sad and you might cry. But allow those releases to come up, and then just go to sleep, or but just go back to it. Keep going until it's cleared. Don't go into fear about anything, even the purge, or even waking up not feeling fully aligned. Okay. Just know it's part of it. It's a conscious effort every day, that love is worth the effort. Conscious effort every day to realign yourself to your heart. To make yourself new every day. And you might want to think about taking a trip. Something fun. Okay? Alright, now we have the journey of love. Journey of love. Take another deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. It's 39. Okay, and 39 is 38, 37, 38, 39, 40 is all those cups energies of the 39 is the Knight of Cups. 37, 38 are the King and Queen of Cups, and then the 40 is the Page of Cups. So really beautiful, loving energies coming up for you guys. and to remind you of that. Okay. So this January 17, 2019, for everyone watching in the highest, best good of all those concerned, Metatron, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? What is your guidance? Too many. That was a big bulk of cards that came out. I know. We need to learn a lot, but Metatron, what is it we need to learn? What is your advice? There we go, that's better. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is the Void, which is perfect. I just mentioned that with the 40 of the Page of Cups. Okay, so the Void is that underlying energy that came up. The cards that came out, these two came out together, the Dance of the Planet and the Christ Flame, which are 56 and 31. 56 is the Two of Swords, which is being in your knowing, and then 31 is that Five of Wands energy of that expansion and change, right? Which can bring up the conflict, but not if you stay present in your knowing. It's like just requires constant consciousness, especially when we're in these high energies like now with the eclipse and the constant downloads. It requires you to constantly come back to your heart. It's not just like once or twice a day when you're in these energies. It's a constant. All right, you go off, bring yourself back on. You go off, bring yourself back on. And it's okay to go off. Don't punish yourself about that. That's permanent. It's always going to be that way. Whenever you get out of alignment, just gently bring yourself back to love, back to your heart, put your intention. And take a deep breath. Okay? You're going to need it with these high energies. So the 56, like I said, is the Two of Swords, which is you and your knowing. You don't need your eyes to see because you know. And that there's always going to be expansion, and the Christ consciousness is coming up very much. Soft also wanted to sneak out here, which is very much about the pearl and the ovary, the very soft energy of creation. Okay, and that's number 47, which is the Seven of Cups. So the Five of Wands, expansion, the 4711 of the Seven of Cups, which is heaven in their eyes, and it's also all the synchronicities you see everywhere. And then you being in your knowing. It's like, it's showing me like that this is the Divine Masculine, okay, because he had been going through the dark night energies and coming out of it. This is the Divine Feminine doing the dance to help bring him out. And here is the third energy, okay, of the pearl, of the ovary, of the new egg, okay, the quantum leap. The three energies. Look at the different colors of them brought together. Okay, how beautiful. Okay, so we have the purples and blues of the feminine energy coming together with strong greens and blacks and blues and reds for the masculine and what they're going through. And then the third, the gold light of the Christ energy, soft, coming through. There's a little bit of greens in that as well. So I'm going to read those for you. Okay, 31 is the Christ flame. The Christ flame. Within you burns the flame of the Christ. Beyond religion, this flame belongs to all hearts willing to receive the divine, opening to it as a lover would open the heart to receive the beloved. Though the awakening of the Christ within brings greater closeness to the divine, and therefore greater love and depth of compassion, the two can bring sadness, righteous anger, and a passionate need to contribute positive healing action and change in the world. You may be an introspective soul who does this through mastering their inner world with meditation and yoga, raising your own vibration with absolute intent that this bring healing to the world around you. You may be an extroverted soul that thrives in sharing messages and living a life of dynamic action in the support of causes that are worthy and moving to your brave heart, capable of feeling divine outrage and responding with inspired action. You may be a combination of these types of souls, and choosing wisely what you consume, which companies you support, what television you do or don't watch, and what you read, voting for the life that you want to have around you in the world through your actions, internal and external. This is the Christ flame igniting within you, setting the world aflame with the fire of divine love. This oracle brings guidance that you are connecting with the universal Christ consciousness And your heart is meant to awaken as a sacred heart, bearing the Christ flame of divine love this lifetime. You are part of the wave of awakening happening on earth now, and you're exactly where you're meant to be and doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. So keep going. Okay? The poem reads, love is more, and Spirit's connecting. Love is more than words can define. It is a feeling which wells up inside and longs for release. It is a smile which starts in my heart and spreads across my face like a silly grin. It is a knowing so deep in my being that every cell speaks in a language only lovers know. And most of all, it is the beginning, the birth, the possibility, the promise of tomorrow, the hope that grows into something we can only imagine when hearts combine and love becomes more. Okay, so that's beautiful. Everyone has a different mission. Everyone has a different personality for a reason. And it's not about, protest and fighting for causes. It's about using your talents to spread that word of love and help people see what love is and what love isn't, and just help them along, allow them to grow. It's not about forcing others. You can't force anyone to do anything. You can only show them by speaking your truth and being an example and allowing others to come to their own conclusions through that. Let's see. The Dance of the Planets 56, which is another 11, because we have 47 and 56. They're both 11s. Okay, 56 says, Dance of the Planets. There are forces larger than your own personal destiny at work in your life now. Although they are not inharmonious to you, you may feel as though you're being blocked from, or on the other hand, rocketed towards the heavens on a roll that nothing can derail. Either way, the planets are dancing as they will, and there's an effect upon your destiny. It was meant to be at this time. From rising, there will be a gentle rest to recover before rising again. And from restraint, there will be propulsion into greater stratospheres. All things in time, according to the wisdom of greater cycles. It's okay to trust in the cosmic cycles and divine timing. After all, what point is there to rush to the bus stop if it doesn't depart till tomorrow? And what point is there to hold back if you are ready and set to go? Trust in the timing and rhythm of your life now, especially if it seems out of your control. That is the dance of the planets happening through you. This oracle brings a message. Pray that the planetary forces funnel blessings of grace and unconditional love, mercy and joy to you now, that their movements through your life may happen in such a way that you can make the most of it. These are the times when big shifts are possible, supported by cosmic movements. So pray for grace and then enjoy the ride. And the poem reads, in those days, time was ours. We walked in the rain and held each other's hands, your lips warm against my skin and your soul melting into mine, as night became morning amongst the cobblestone walks of now forgotten places we called ours. And I'm still getting connection. And I'm like having a huge hot flash too, like when the masculine energy comes in, like I start sweating like crazy. So there's a lot of energy coming in. It's really beautiful. And I'm going to read you soft as well, which is 47. So know it's all good, even when you don't feel good. It's just about learning to bring yourself right back to your heart space. A sanctuary. This is soft, 47. A sanctuary bathed in soft light, your heart is receptive, inviting and gentle. It brings strength to the weary, comfort to the lonely, and healing to the wounded. It is a magnet for all that is needed. For you, beloveds, your world. Don't imagine you must always be the fighter, going against the part of your nature that longs for harmony and peace. This is your time to be soft, to surrender, to let the subtle waves of the heart invite love in and to receive. And in doing so, you will give so much. This oracle brings you a message of peace. Surrender now. Be soft, even just for this moment of quiet reflection. You have perhaps been working too hard at growing and living. Take some moments to replenish and allow the divine to help you, dear one. Be soft, so you are receptive to the divine. It is when we let go that we truly perceive the obstacles that lie between us and the oneness with the divine lover. Let go and perceive that the divine lover is already awakening in your heart. And the poem reads, you are the softness he desires. You help light his way. You nurture all that he holds dear, through tempest clouds dismay. And in the quiet of the storm, his gentleness comes through, and in the shelter of his arms, his heart is there for you. Okay. All right. Make sure you're good to yourselves. Just enjoy the moment. And as always, rise and be loved. But I'm going to show you. Did I even take this yet? I don't know if I have. One second. Sorry about that. I'm going to show you this before I go. This is the full read. Hopefully you can see that okay. Okay, bye.